What's going on, everybody? Trip 3 coming at you with another video. Huge update, massive update. We got new class tuning coming in on June 27th patch. This is talking about complete reroll for some classes. Like, some of them are like, holy crap, this will change the meta. So let's jump right back into it. All right, so first off, we got Death Knight classes. All damaging abilities increased by 6.5%. Okay, not a big thing in PvP. Let's go to our big one, the Demon Hunter. Look at this. Havoc, Chaos Strike, Annihilation damage increased by 15%. Melee auto attack damage increased by 15%. Demon Blades damage increased by 15%. Demon's Bite damage increased by 15%. Fell Blade damage increased by 15%. Look, I don't know about y'all, but Havoc Demon Hunter did not need a damage increase. Look at all this, 15%. And this is in PvP. So if you don't have a Demon Hunter, get one. Druid, Feral, all damaging abilities increased by 3%. Not a huge buff there. Hunter, Beast Mastery, Kill Shot damage increased by 10%. This does not apply to PvP. Marksmanship, Aim Shot, Kill Shot, and Rapid Fire damage increased by 10%. Kill Shot damage increase does not apply for PvP. So they took the Kill Shot damage increase out of PvP. However, Aim Shot and Rapid Fire damage increased by 10%. Look, if you're ever in an arena and the first thing that Marks does is sets up with that freaking Aim Shot and Rapid Fire, holy crap. Sometimes it's instant death. So huge buff to Marksman Hunter. I don't think they really needed that. They needed more about survivability, in my opinion. Windwalker Monk, all damage abilities increased by 3%. I mean, that's okay. They're doing pretty good. However, they're kind of squishy, so maybe I would like to see more survivability versus damage. All right, let's go to the Priest. Another huge one. Shadow. Developers note Shadow has been performing in AoE, overperforming in AoE environments. We're bringing down some of its sources of AoE and damage, increasing the damage of some direct damage to offset this in single target. Okay, so what they're saying is their AoE damage is huge and their single target is crap. Don't agree with that at all. Their single target is pretty freaking good. Maybe not in PvE, but in PvP they are. So let's see what they do here. Mind Blast damage increased by 10%. Shadow Word of Death increased by 10%. Mind Spike instant damage increased by 10%. Mind Spike damage increased by 10%. Mind Flay instantly damage increased by 10%. Mind Flay damage increased by 10%. Void Bolt damage increased by 10%. Void Spike damage from Idle Yogastar reduced by 35%. So that's an AoE. So, I mean, that's a pretty big nerf to that AoE, but really isn't. I mean, it isn't useful in PvP situations, but look what they're getting out of them. Psychic Link now causes direct damage spells to inflict 25% of their damage onto all their targets with Vampiric Touch, was 30%. So again, another nerf to their AoE, but holy cow, look at all that single target. And their single target was good. Their single target, I've seen some really high-ranked Shadow Priests just burst down people within a matter of seconds. Let's go to Holy. Developers notes Holy Priests have continued to trail behind their healers and DPS output, so we're increasing the damage of a variety of spells to bring them more in line. All right, Holy Fire damage increased by 10%. Smite damage increased by 15%. Holy Ward Chastise damage increased by 35%. Shadow Word of Death damage increased by 25%. It's a good buff to the Holy's damage toolkit. I don't know how impactful it's going to be. Smite is kind of garbanzo right now anyway. But again, Holy has a lot of things going for it that Discipline doesn't, mainly Chastise. So this could be good. This could be really good for Holy. It's a really good direction. I'm glad to see that they're giving the healers a toolkit, a damage toolkit to help provide some of that. As someone who mains a Discipline Priest, that it's really nice to be able to do that. Okay, let's go to Shaman. Restoration. The 2-set bonus, Tidewater's healing increased by 40%. The 4% bonus, duration of Rainstorm increased by 8 seconds. What, 6 seconds? Man, they're really focusing on this rain of healing. I don't know why, but they're just like focused in this rain. Good Lord, it's like they want to live under a waterfall. I don't know. Protection. Defensive stance increased by 20%. Damage reduction was 15%. That's good for PvE situations. I used to main a prop warrior in some PvP. That's not going to bring prop warrior up in a PvP situation. They're kind of still dog crap. So let's go into the PvP specific. Gladiator's Distinction primary set bonus reduced to 20%, was 25 for all damage dealing and tank specializations. I like that. That's good. They're bringing it down a little bit. They're reining that those set bonuses in for that. I like that. All right, Druid Balance. Developers notes the cast time on Cyclone is too fast for enemy players to deal with, so we're reducing its cast speed from a walk-in and also reducing precog's haste and fractures in time. Solar Beam's duration lasting 8 seconds was an oversight, as it should have been reduced in the crowd control reduction pass in Embers of Netherian. Okay. I hate going against Double Druid. I hate that they can root Solar Beam like crazy. I hate that their Cyclone is almost an instant cast, so this is a good direction. I like this. You know, they wanted to push out this whole bring down the CC. Well, when they did that, they left Druids pretty much alone. So they were like the king. It was Cyclone after Cyclone after Root after Cyclone after Cyclone. It's ridiculous. And not to mention the Solar Beam. So they're bringing down the Cyclone. They're bringing down the Solar Beam. I like it. Awoken Adapt reduces the cast time of Cyclone and Tangle Roots by 15%, was 20%. Solar Beam lasts 6 seconds. The PvP on it was 8 seconds. Fantastic. Love it. Restoration. Reactive Rest in the Snare duration increased to 8 seconds, was 5 seconds. Verdant Infusion now extends heal over time effects by 4 seconds with 8 seconds in PvP combat. Okay. Master Shapeshifter now refunds 2,500 mana from Iron Fur, was 1,250. 3,500 mana from Wrath, Starfire, Star Surge, and 10,000 mana from spending 5 combo points in Cat Form. Form was 5,000 at level 60. Holy crap. This is a massive nerf to Resto Druids. Whoa. And just when they were getting good. Like, it was Resto Druid after Resto Druid lobby. This is a big nerf for them. Okay. All right. So I'm not a Resto Druid player, but I can see that just because I've played against them multiple times, that this is going to severely hinder them. All right. Sorry for you Resto Druid people. Ouch, man. That sucks. Let's go to Monk. Mistweaver. Enveloping Mist healing is now increased by 12%. PvP combat was 5%. I'm sorry. Did Mistweavers need help with healing? I don't think they did. I have a Mistweaver Monk, and no, I didn't need help in that area. Other areas maybe, but definitely not the healing. So let's go to Priest. Catharsis now restores 15% of damage taken, was 20%, and the stored amount cannot exceed 12% of the priest's maximum health, was 15%. Okay, Discipline. Development modes, Discipline damage, and Atonement healing continues to be lower than we'd like in PvP, so we're increasing them to allow Discipline to be more offensive. All damage increased by 10% PvP combat. Love it. Fantastic. Atonement healing is now increased by 70% in PvP combat, was 50%. Love it. Fantastic. This is where this is the right direction right here. This is where they're giving healers the option to go more offensive. So I love that. They can actually contribute to that offensive, that killing blow that they need for that team. And there's a difference between having a healer who does 0 damage on a team versus a healer that does some damage. Even that little bit of damage, that makes a difference. So that's a great direction. Shadow. Developers know instant damage from Catharsis and Unfurling Darkness is accounting for more of Shadow's burst damage than we're aiming for, so we're bringing the power down. Shadow is also getting PvE damage buffs that affect PvP, which puts some of this power loss back into radiation spells. Unfurling Darkness now does 25% reduced damage in PvP. Again, they're taking away more of the AoE, putting more of the single target. Okay, I get it. Gotcha. still going to really suck in PvP because Shadow Priests are already pretty strong, and they're just giving them a little bit more edge. All right, let's hit Rogue's ability. Secret technique damage is now reduced by 40% in PvP combat, was 33%. And Thief's Bargain PvP talent damage penalty increased to 10%, was 6%. Okay, that's a little bit of a nerf. So really, you only got a 7% nerf to secret techniques and a 4% on Thief's Bargain. It's in the right direction. However, they're still going to get that, maybe not as much, but they're still going to get that one-shot potential. Now they may have to rely more on just their CC, crowd control, and stuff like that. But, I mean, that was a hit, but, I mean, it's not a killing blow. Shaman, developer notes, we're redistributing the amount of healing from instant cast source for all shamans, increasing the power of cast heals so that the cast heals are both more frequent and more meaningful. Okay, so healing stream healing is now increased by 20%. PvP combat was 30%. Okay, again, they're taking away the AoE stuff, and they're wanting to do more single target, I guess. And correct me if I'm wrong, but that's how I'm reading that. Elemental Earth Shield healing is now reduced by 60%. PvP combat was 70%. Healing Surge healing is now increased by 20% PvP combat. So what it seems like is, again, they're taking away the AoE, putting the more single target healing in there. Enhancement Earth Shield healing is now reduced by 60%. PvP combat was 70%. Healing Surge healing is now increased by 40%. By 4%. PvP combat was reduced by 13%. Healing Surge healing is now increased by 4% in PvP combat, was reduced. So they took the reduced away and they just gave it a buff of 4%. Yeah, enhancement didn't need that at all, period. What the heck, man? Yeah, that's all we need is give them more healing surges. Restoration. Earth Shield healing is now reduced by 15% PvP combat. Healing Surge healing is now increased by 27%. PvP combat was 6%. Healing Wave healing is now increased by 56%. PvP combat was 30%. Water Shield's melee attack mana refund is now 20% effective in PvP combat, was 50%. Water Shield now generates 75% more mana from its passive effect in PvP combat. Again, so all this was pretty much in the eyes of AoE, reducing their AoE and increasing their single target. So let's go to Warlocks. What are they doing with Warlocks? We're targeting the offensive power of Demonology with these changes, as they're often a difficult target to take down relative to other DPS specs. We're also lowering the healing from Mortal Coil to lower overall self-healing from Warlocks in PvP. So Mortal Coil healing is now 50% effective in PvP combat. Okay, Soul Link share damage with the Warlock's pet is now 50% effective in PvP combat. Okay, Profane Bargain's increased effectiveness Soul Link at a low health is now 40% in PvP combat. Holy crap. Dang, man. Warlock's got just kidney shot, man. Ouch. So they didn't get any of their damage taken away from them, really. They just, I mean, they did, but they're healing. So now they're going to be killable. Now they're possibly going to be focusable. I mean, the Soul Link. Jeez, man. Jeez. So between Warlock, between Resto Druid, and even Sub-Rogues, y'all got hit hard. You'll get hit hard. And Druids, just in general, with the nerfs on the CC, which, to be honest, should have been done from day one, because it's absolutely absurd. And anybody that says it's not absurd is a Druid main, and they just love it. And so that should have been done, I agree, from the get-go, and it was just kind of left there. So they're bringing Druid down. Got it. Love it. They're bringing up some healers. So the good thing to take away from this, Havoc Demon Hunter is getting a massive buff all the way around. they didn't need. Their damage is already great. Priest, Discipline, and Holy are getting really good damage increases. So that's fantastic. They can, and with the Resto Druid nerfs, so that'll bring Priests back up. So I may need to play some Holy now. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Shamans, AoE heals got a little bit kicked in the groin, but their single target heals were good. So, yeah, big changes for next Tuesday's patch. So we'll see. We'll have to see how this changes up the meta, because I guarantee you this is going to change up some things. Yeah, this is definitely going to change up some healing and damage things. All right. Well, thanks a lot, guys, for watching. I appreciate it. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, help the channel out, join the Trip 3 family. Thanks, y'all. Y'all keep climbing.